Hey guys.
Hey y'all.
We're back like we never left.
Period.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
It's so good to be back.
Man, we miss you guys so much.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a while.
Say, how long has it really been?
I think the last live was back in this November-ish.
November?
Yeah.
So December, January, February.
Tamar, what's up, girl?
We're in March.
We are now in March.
3 months.
What's up?
It's so good to be
hey,
back.
Marquita, how you doing?
Tamar, thanks for joining.
I miss you guys so much. Make sure you share the live as you are coming in. Let people know we are back.
Y'all, tonight's topic is going to be amazeballs. Hey, Ruthlyn. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, share this live. Yeah, I'm telling you, tonight's...
It's going to be fire.
I'm so excited about tonight's live. It's going to be great. So y'all definitely... go live. Y'all definitely... That's why.
My bad.
You definitely want to be in the building. So make sure that you share the live. Share the live, share the live, share the live.
I really don't know when she became British, y'all. British.
But yeah, how y'all been? How y'all been? It has been a while. Yeah. And
tell somebody that we are back. For those of you guys who are here, Ruthlyn, Marquita, everybody else, Tamar, how you guys are hearing us? Are we coming across clear? Yes, we are on IG. What's up, bro? What's up, Anderson? We are on IG. It should be on now, but you can stay here too. Oh my God, Nenan is here. Why is Nenan under Elon's account, though? Hey, Nenan, how are you?
All right, y'all. So let me just do a little quick sidebar.
Okay.
If you received anything from me from IG, it is not me. Okay. Yeah, I got back into my account and then they quickly saw and hacked my account again. So I kind of prematurely said, hey guys, I got my account back, sent the picture and everything.
She got hype.
So now they're sending messages to people saying, hey, vote for me. Don't click that link because that's how I got. That's all I got to say.
Somebody says the audio is off and on. Okay, Marquita says it sounds good. Tamar says it sounds great on YouTube. Thank you, man. Looking good. Thank you very much. Very much. All right. We got new mics. Nobody spent so much money on these mics and then it's having issues. Okay. All right. So welcome to another. Let's get formal now.
Okay.
Got your IG issues out the way. Yeah. Demure, very polished. Very ghetto sometimes. Welcome to another edition of Love Talks with the Garcons. When I tell you guys we miss you guys. As you're coming in, as you are here right now, please make sure you share the live to at least five, copy and paste it, drop it in those WhatsApp group, drop it on those We Outside groups. Because even if you're outside, you could just join us right now and watch it. Send it to your grandmother. She could be on too, because my mother-in-law's on here and she's a grandmother. Send it to your pastors. They need it.
Listen, send it to your youth leaders.
Send it to your youth leaders.
Groups.
They need to be here tonight because we have a hot topic. Please, guys, we have some guests coming in, and our topic for tonight is, if you haven't seen it yet, is the dating pool is full of piss.
But who's to blame?
Who's to blame? Listen, Ed and I, we have left the dating pool a long time ago. Man. We have been swimming in that dirty water for over 20-something years. But we do understand some of you guys have no choice but to dive in, go on the diving board and jumping in. Some people who've left relationship, now you try to get back in. Some people who you just tired of dating Jesus. You need some real touch. You need a real touch. Right. Jesus could touch your soul, but he cannot touch your breast.
But should their breasts be touched in dating?
So when we were dating,
okay, don't even go there.
When we were dating,
my mom is on it.
All right, okay then.
My mom is on it.
When we were dating, okay, that's all I gotta say.
No,
you had some evil plans. You had some evil plans.
That was one time.
You turned this good church boy into a sinner.
And I sure did turn you out, bro.
So let's not front. What's good, IG? So as you guys all watch, Irv just right back in. Why not? That's how I got to do it.
So
you got to do it.
But like I have to say, the things that I've been hearing about this dating pool, I don't mean to say it, guys, if you're single, but I'm so happy I'm not in there.
Yeah, not to boast, but
never. It's just like and we just want to kind of hear some of the perspectives from some of our single friends, to hear how they, how they're navigating this space.
Right. So we are back. We are excited, guys. Tonight's going to be a very good one. Like I said before, if you haven't done it yet, if you haven't done so yet,
yes,
go ahead and share the live.
It's not from here, y'all.
Yeah. So before we get started, Ann and I did something that we barely do. I guess people kind of really enjoy it. We are moving into the space in our streams, our platforms, where we find ourselves doing skits now, and people actually liked it. So we actually did a skit the other day, in case you didn't get to see it, and it's connected to tonight's topic. I don't know if you guys ever watched the show Pop the Balloon or Find Love.
Who does not watch Pop the Balloon or Find Love?
And there's some ghetto versions of it. There's some different versions of it. So I figure it's probably be a fun way to start and just show you guys a spoof of the one that we did. And it's closely connected to this whole dating pool idea.
Completely connected.
Yeah, talk about that, Boo.
So, Pop the Balloon or Find Love. If you don't know the show, it's about singles that come on to find a person. If you like the person, you pop. If you don't like the person, you'll pop the balloon. But they have so many different. They have so many stupid reasons as to why they don't want to be or to get to know the person, and so it's almost like. You wonder why the dating pool is so pissy, right? People are so picky about some of the most minute thing, right? So we did a little spoof. Here it is.
So take a look.
Our version.
Hopefully you like it. Hopefully it was funny to you because it's funny to us. All right, here we go.
Let's welcome our next contestant. Okay, so give me your name and your age and tell me why did you end up popping?
Hi, my name is Stasia and I'm 37. And I don't really like to base it on looks, but I don't like his nails. One is longer than the other and yeah, I don't like that.
All right, so tell us, give us your name, your age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Janelle, 32. To be honest, that brown hat... My ex-boyfriend used to wear that brown hat all the time. And every time he wore that hat, he had an attitude. So,
All right. Now let's welcome our next single lady.
Woo!
Hey, guys. So can you tell us your name and your age and tell us why you ended up popping your balloon?
Yeah, my name is Laquivius. I'm 34. I popped my balloon because them toes looking like Vienna sausages. Yeah, when I grew up, I was poor. That's all we ate. Yeah. That's all we ate as a family. Remind me of poverty. Your toes remind me of poverty. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also ended up popping your balloon. Can you tell us your name and your age and why did you pop your balloon?
Yeah, my name is Justin.
Okay.
I'm 39. She just don't look smart like a high value woman, you know?
Okay, so what does a high value woman
Just
look
her,
like?
Not her. Sorry.
But you didn't even get to like hear it.
No, I saw her. Yeah. Not you.
Not you. Okay, so
hey, listen, Latavius have standards, all right?
What was his name?
Justin.
Jaquavius?
No, Latavius. He ain't trying to. Your toes remind him of Vienna sausage.
Guys, it's funny, but honestly, if you watch the show, it's pretty much the same. Yeah. And so this dating pool is just really.
It's weird.
It's weird.
That's the only way we could actually really put it, guys. It's a super weird. A lot of people, weirdos out there. People have different standards, different things they're looking for. And I was watching something earlier today, and it was saying that because we are living in an age of you matter, you're the best, you this self-empowerment thing. So he puts some singles in a place where they're not even trying to better themselves for the next person. So that's why you have a lot of
they think they're too good for the next person.
Facts.
But I think we're kind of jumping ahead.
Yeah. So Ann and I, we've been together for 25 years total. Married almost 19 years this year. So we haven't been in that pool for a long time. We're clean. We take showers. We won't jump in those dirty pools, right? But we have a couple of people, some guests tonight, who probably been swimming in that dirty water. Almost like the Hudson.
Probably, I think they are.
Probably almost like the Hudson River. So we wanted to bring them on, and they'd be able to tell us a little bit about their experience with the pool. Have a conversation. And as you guys know, you guys are our third audience members. So third host. So even though you're not on the stream, on the live, feel free to chime in, especially those of you who are married. So guys, help me welcome in no specific order. Some of our people who are on here, some singles, who's going to come and talk about it. The first one up, we have my little homie, my little brother, Nathaniel Theodore.
Hey, Nathaniel.
Yeah. We have to do like all that.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's welcome Nathaniel.
Let's welcome our next single guy.
Yeah, Nathaniel.
Next one.
Next up, we have, oh man, this guy. Let me bring a girl on first.
Let's welcome our next single lady.
Who you are?
Anyone.
Let's bring on
Joey.
Josette.
Thanks for joining.
You got to do a shimmy. There you go. All right.
Now let's bring up our next single guy.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Kevin.
You have to do a shimmy, Kevin.
Oh, come on, not him. He ain't gonna do it.
He's too cool for that. Last but
not least, let's welcome our last single lady. Hey, Maddie.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. All right, guys. These are our singles for tonight. We're probably going to let them do most of the talking as they are swimming in that pool. So we want to hear from you guys about your dating experience. So
wait. So somebody just said, "Hey, hold up! I just joined. Is this Pop the Balloon virtual style?"
It might be. It might be. You never know. We just never know. Stephanie, would you like to come on?
Stephanie. If anybody else want to come.
Listen, I think this thing could hold a lot of people. Maddie, people saying hello to you. Nate, somebody saying hello to you.
Aw, nice.
So the love is here.
Yes. So,
welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. You guys are the expert. Want to hear from your experience. How y'all doing? Well, first of all, let's go around and you just tell us your name, your age, if you want, and your current marital status.
Marital or relationship?
Relationship status. Now, listen, be careful. Matanya, don't say it's complicated if it's the first time he's going to hear about it. He might be watching it. In his mind, it's like, it's complicated? Since when? And Jose don't be like,
I ain't got no ring on my finger.
Ooh.
Okay.
Jose don't be like, I'm single when he might be watching. Kevin just be outside, so I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. Kevin is a church musician. I'm not gonna make Kevin live up to that. Actually, Kev, you'll be a good perspective to give from the musician standpoint because y'all a different breed.
Right.
All right. And Nathaniel's trying to get married tomorrow. But he's still in the pool, right?
Still in the pool.
He's still in the pool. So here we are, man. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Maddie, you go first.
Hi, y'all. My name is Matanya. I'm old.
Yeah, girl, you are not old.
I'm grown.
You're grown, yes.
I got a couple of years on me. No, I'm not ashamed. I'm about to be 40.
Wait, guys, 1 second. Hey, you have my wife's account on Instagram. We're coming for you. I see you watching.
Oh,
guys,
wow.
this A Garcon person who's watching the live on Instagram, that's so disrespectful. You hacked my wife's account and now you're watching us on Instagram. That's crazy. So the A Garcon you guys are seeing right now on Instagram,
that is not
that
me,
is not Ann. I'm coming to Nigeria for you.
Irvin's.
I'm booking a flight. I know where you live.
That's where they at,
Right.
most likely.
Yo, that's so funny how they really tuned in to try to watch this joint. Crazy. But anyway, yeah.
Like I said, my name is Matanya. You can call me Maddie. I'm not ashamed. I'm gonna be 40 this year, but I don't look like it. Amen. Period.
And 40 is the new 20. Honestly, 40 is the new 20. Like we love it here.
No, seriously, Matanya, you really?
I'm gonna be 40 this year.
No, because when I was in the youth ministry, she was a little kid that used to try to come around to.
You thought she was a little kid.
Babe. You thought you guys just treated me like a little kid,
right? Wow. Like they thought they was all that. But beautiful though. 40 is a new 20. Girl, you good.
That's it, I guess. What else I want to know? I don't know.
I will continue. Let's go with the next person. Kev, introduce yourself.
My name is Kevin, and I am 29, and yeah, I'm a church musician.
All right. Joey?
I just want to giggle a little bit. When Kevin said he was 29, Nathaniel, your face was hilarious. Just hilarious. I am Josette. You can call me Joey also. That is a nickname for me. I am 34. And am I single? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Wait, what? The next episode of what?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. Oh, it's anime.
Oh, okay.
That's hilarious.
That
okay. I like that one.
Nate, you know when to tune in.
Nate, you up, bro?
Hi, everybody. My name is Nathaniel. I'm 30 years old. I am a worship leader, guidance counselor, and stuff like that. And minister.
And a minister.
Let's go. Awesome. So good to have you guys. So now we wanted to open up the floor, and it can go in any order, right? We just wanted to know your perspective on the dating pool. Like, what have you experienced in the dating pool? And why do you think it is so pissy?
That's the whole show in one question.
Let's go for it.
I guess I can start because I'm probably gonna be quick. There's a lot of unhealed, undiscovered trauma that people just are waddling through. And so that presents itself in many, many different ways. Unfortunately, that presents itself in friendships, in relationships, in negative ways. If somebody who had terrible dating experience finds somebody who's genuine outside, they will automatically have remnants of that negative dating experience go into this newfound potential relationship. So people keep others at a distance when you have friends with benefits relationships or situationships. It's to protect themselves from having to endure that kind of trauma again. Do I think it is the best way? Probably not, but it is what it is, and that contributes to the herd. It's not herd immunity because nobody's immune to it, but the herdness of having piss in that dating pool. So it just sucks.
Are you saying that you understand?
Oh, for sure. I for sure understand why. Do I condone it? No. Because people are not doing the internal work to not be part of the problem instead of being part of the solution.
Okay.
The show's over.
I mean,
log off, everyone.
That was a great perspective, honestly.
That was really good.
Anybody wanted to add to that?
Social media.
Say more about that.
I think social media is giving everybody the good things about relationship, but not the hard times or the bad times. So everybody has this dopamine expectation of relationship, So everybody needs to think that relationships are good times, but no one talks about the bad times.
And a lot of times on social media, people are painting a picture. So on social media, it looks pretty. I've known people in relationships on social media, it looks pretty, but off social media, it was Ike and Tina. And then people will look at their relationship and say, man, I want that. Wow, they're such a great couple. And I just be like, bruh, don't envy what you see people have because you don't know what they're going through when the lights and cameras are off. Social media it plays a big picture on it.
Okay. Nate?
I feel like honestly, everything I said, it definitely makes sense. I think for me personally, at least from my experience of dating recently or whatever it is, people really just don't know what they want. Like when you ask someone, what do you want? It's almost as if it's offensive. Like you could be like, okay, so, what are you looking for? Where would you like this, experience to go? Like, are you trying to build something that's going towards marriage? Do you just want to just be in a relationship? Are you looking to have kids? Whatever it is, do you have your faith in Jesus Christ and stuff like that? And when you ask people this type of question, they really give you, a run of the mill. They don't really tell you straight up, hey, I really want to build a relationship with you. I want to see how far this goes. And my experience was that when I asked certain women, what do you want? It was often met like some type of tension or conflict. And I'm just like, I didn't ask you something like, when are we going to sleep together? When is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? It's really just like, where is this going? What is the end goal? Why would you want to pursue a relationship? And where are we going to take this? Are we taking it to the level and things like that?
I think for me, the issue is everyone wants sex.
That part. That's it. That's not true.
Everyone wants sex. And you know what's the funny thing about it also, I feel like nowadays, regardless of your level of faith, I know you guys, you're all believers. I think that applies to everybody, regardless if you're a believer or not. Everybody wants sex. Right? I did want to go back to the social media question real quick. Dive right in. Pissy or not pissy as relates to the dating pool? You don't post your person.
Diuretic.
You don't post your person on social media. Pissy or normal?
Normal.
Diuretic.
We got two normal.
I'm gonna just show up married.
So you don't think not posting your person on social media is like a red flag?
No. Because sometimes
I like that perspective. Because like
you just want to keep your situation private, and I think for me, like I'm just gonna probably just show up married. That's probably when you're gonna see that I have somebody. I'm not gonna be my wedding picture.
Listen.
I'm just gonna go married, and maybe I show up pregnant, like after my marriage. Like I feel like nowadays it's just none of your business.
Natalia gonna go to the next Esther and Friends concert. Talk about Esther. Let me hold the mic. Yeah, I'm married. Continue.
I just think it's nobody's business.
It's nobody's business. Like your happiness, the trials, the triumphs, whatever it is nobody's business because not everybody's wishing you well anyway.
Yep.
Keep it to yourself, and then quiet as it's kept. Some of them are just waiting to see. Oh, you ain't posting no pictures. What happened?
Yep.
I haven't spoken to you in 3 years. You ain't checked for me, but you want to know why my man is not in my pictures no more.
Anymore.
But hold up.
And this part, or post a person and cover their face. Like I can't stand that. If you're gonna post someone and we can't see them, you might as well not post them at all.
or you post the food that they're paying for. All up in there, going down to the calamari.
How you know I didn't pay for dinner that night?
But you won't post me.
No, but I really like that you guys shared that perspective because like in I think a while back it used to be like, okay, if you ain't posting me, you're hiding something. There's a secret,
That still exists.
I think
that
it has
too.
That still exists. That's why I feel like it has to be both parties have to be comfortable with it.
Go ahead, Nate.
I was saying I think not necessarily that I don't think it's so much uncomfortability. I think it's also like you have people who have monitoring spirits. So it's just like you're trying to also be like what is in your atmosphere, who's around you, who's saying what, who's doing what. And sometimes when you post a person, you give specific spirits kind of access. I don't mean to sound spiritual, I'm sorry. But unfortunately, it does happen because sometimes people post their children or they post their spouse or they post specific spaces and whatever it is, and certain people have access because of what you posted on social media. So I understand why some people are very mindful or very careful not to post specific spaces, specific places, their children, their spouse, and things like that. So from that perspective, if you're trying to be protective and mindful, I get that. However, it's like, I say it's up to the couple. You decide if you want to do that. If you don't, all right, that's your business.
To each his own. To each his own. And then you have some people also that looks to see how they can destroy that relationship as well. So now all of a sudden, somebody who you thought was your friend is in your man's inbox. And that's when you got to get ready to choke a hoe.
I love it. So Kevin, for you,
Yep.
what would you think is a ratio of people who don't post because of everything that was just mentioned, and those who are probably just creeping? Because you know that still happens too.
The
non-posters who are just creeping.
Again, I agree with everyone about not posting, only because I've been on both sides of that. So you could post someone, and then the energy that comes with that, depending on the person you're with, it could be a lot of energy. You might not be ready for the energy that comes with it. Also, in the same token, some people are sharing the same man or the same girl, so you posting it.
Jesus,
problems, you know what I'm saying?
It's happened.
It's happened.
It happened. I've seen a lot of people that are sharing the same man.
How you sharing this? How you sharing the same man?
Because they don't know.
Which piece did you get? Which piece did you get?
Some people got time. That's what it
is. They figure out ways.
They got time.
And they make it work.
You're working on something.
Okay, so this is what I want to say. So we often feel like we don't have any part to play in this piss, right? We often feel like it's always them, like they're the one. Because like we're here, we're saying like who's to blame, right? It's pissy for a reason. Like somebody's pissing in the pool. So like, do you guys feel like you've had any part of the piss?
No, for sure.
Be honest.
I think I have, but in my younger age, like when you're, doing puppy love and you don't know better, so you do stupid things. But I think as you grow up, you're supposed to learn to grow. So there's certain things that you're not going to do anymore if you don't want it to be done to you.
Really quickly, hold on, Josette, your sister said on Instagram real quick, she said when the managing of the multiple men or multiple women, they use a Google Calendar to plan. So that means if your man is sending you a Google Calendar, a Google invite, or your girl sending you a Google invite, that might be a red flag. Bye, Nan. So that might be a red flag. They send you a Google Calendar to plan a date, right? And yeah. So that's funny and weird. But go ahead, y'all.
I was a menace. I was the former YN.
You said I was a menace. Jesus.
I was a YN retired, so definitely added some piss to it.
What's a YN retired?
The young Negroes.
With an A, not the ER.
Yeah. I was
the girls would call you something else though, an F boy.
Wow.
Right.
I don't know.
Wow.
I still.
I mean, no, because I've heard that.
We are being honest with one another.
No, I know.
What does that mean, Ann?
I can't say it, but I've heard that term from really hurt people about these boys.
Kevin on Instagram says, hopefully you're changing the narrative for the church musicians.
For sure.
Kevin has repented. He's redeemed now. He's redeemed.
Man.
But it was before I was even a church musician in the first place. So church musicians are misunderstood. I think that a lot of times.
Wait. Who responded? There was a.
That was me.
Okay. Let's go there. Kevin, church musician are misunderstood. And Matanya, you're gonna have your counter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's misunderstood because think about it. Like all the attentions, you look at a superstar, a lot of attention comes to them, and if you're not used to that, you don't know what to do with it. When you get a little older, you're used to it. But when you're younger, it's just a lot of attention. You feel love, and maybe some of them are able to deal with it, right? And some of them do. You know, so I think a lot of times we get the heat, and you don't know what the other people are doing to us and how they're throwing it at them. And some people are strong and some people are not.
Wow.
I don't know if they agree with you, Kev.
I'm telling you.
Church musicians have a reputation for a reason.
Everyone could say that until you're on the other side.
Hold on. Let me.
And they're even saying that a church musician is a red flag. Run. Once you run.
Wait. Nate, before you go, can we say that just for a little bit longer? Kevin, how did that reputation start?
Okay. So, because the women that flock towards the musicians, but we never talk about the woman that flocks to the pastors.
That part.
So the same women that
are
flocking to the pastors, everybody just hiding it. So what about the women that's going to us, or the men that's going over there? You know. So everybody.
So the musicians just welcome the ones that are flocking.
I'm not saying that the musicians welcome it, but the musicians are human, and I think a lot of times we like to point fingers at the musicians and don't point fingers at other parties. It takes two to tango. But we'll be quick to blame the musician, like, oh, he's a womanizer. But he can't womanize anybody that's not a woman. Women are coming. And, you know, the dancers, they're also known to do things as well. But they're going to target musicians.
Can we rate, in terms of ministry, can we rate the level of wholeness in terms of ministry between the pastors, musicians, the praise dancers, the worship leaders? Can we rate them? Who's the hoest of the hosts?
I would not know.
Well, I feel like musicians like right up there.
Nah.
What is it? Oh, he said the pastors' kids are first.
No, the pastors themselves.
The pastors. Wow.
Oh, I was about to say, slow down, buddy. Don't come for us.
Don't come for the PKs like that. What?
You're
I'm
a PK. You know that.
Thank you.
No comment.
No, but to even speak to Kevin's point, like, people love to throw shade at the musicians, but me personally, like, that's one perspective you could look at it, but also I look at it like, okay, where does self-control come in? That if you're a woman who's interested in a musician, where do you approach the gentleman instead of in full sexuality, and you're trying to get him in bed? Why not say, you know what, I really am interested in his gift and things like that? Where do we have the conversation about, like, okay, we could say the musicians are this, the musicians are red flags, the musicians are villains, or whatever it is, but what about the same women who be in the church creeping, trying to get with the musicians in the first place?
That's right.
But
well, Maddie, go ahead. Maddie, a reaction. Go ahead.
What about the other side of it, where you meet a good, wholesome girl? Because a lot of times, you know, not to just stick on musicians, but the church people. You meet a good, wholesome girl that loves the Lord, and everything is Jesus for her, and she's just so happy to be in the Lord. And then you meet that person that, you know, starts to show her some sides that you just be like, what happened? I thought you loved the Lord too.
No.
And then you turn her out. And then now, because that happens, now she opens up to you a little too much. And now, not to say she lost her love for the Lord, but now she's given herself to you. And now you play her, because the next chick that came around that did just openly open herself to you, you took it. So that's why a lot of times fingers are pointed at the musicians, because of the simple fact that that's what they're doing. So they're going from Jill to Joanna to Lisa to Mary, and then you got little old Matanya here that's really showing you, I'm interested in you, but I'm not interested in that lifestyle that you're living. But I am interested in you. But now, if I'm not giving it up, I'm not important to you, because you got somebody that's giving it up. And a lot of times, you musicians, y'all get the girls that are just giving it up. So, and like you said, you take it because it's open to you.
No, I said take it, but I can agree with that. But also, we have to also talk about age. A lot of the musicians are very young; they're under 25, right? So, a lot of the women that are going after the musician, are from 20 to 50. We'll just leave that at that.
You got
So
the
50
you
though?
got the data.
You're right. You guys get a lot of older women.
That's a wide range.
So a lot of times men are not mature.
Kevin had a 50-year-old, y'all.
Yeah.
He knew why you picked that number.
Wait. Her name was Sekamel. She was a set. Kev, I'm sorry.
But I think that we don't talk about maturity as well. Some people are not mature, right? And we don't give them that room to grow. And I get what you mentioned of hurt people, and he might have made that mistake of moving on to a girl that was easier, right? Which again, wrong is wrong. I'm never gonna say that's right as well. That he's immature. He was immature. If he did you dirty, he did you dirty, right? But a lot of times we just like to be the victim, like we didn't have a part to play in that. We always have a part to play in any situation that we get involved in, right? We can point the finger, but you probably knew he was bad. You knew he was a background. You thought maybe you could change him. Not saying that happens, but there's different ways.
But sometimes they approach you with John 3:16.
Well, then you gotta be in your prayer closet, sister. You know what I mean?
Sometimes they approach you with John 3:16.
Listen, he said you gotta get the relationship with God.
I like that comment. Stay in your prayer closet because I have come across a lot of situations where discernment already hit, and I'm not even entertaining conversations. I could pull up my phone right now and go on my DM and show you conversations that have not even been opened. And I can show you conversations that have been opened where things, even at a mature age, and we talk about maturity and the level of age, but you'll find a grown man that wears a collar and will send you unsolicited stuff on your social media. And I had this conversation with my pastor because I was saying, he's like, so what do you mean? You get unsolicited stuff? How did the conversation go? There was no conversation.
I think the lack of discipline, the lack of discipline in the church is just something that we don't talk enough about, especially when it comes to dating, because like we mentioned at the beginning, sex, as much as we don't want to talk about it, I think that's why it happens so frequently. Sex is a big portion of it. A lot of these young ladies and young men want to be touched where they pee at. And so it just becomes...
Where they pissing at, that's where they want to be touched.
They want to be touched where they pissing at. But then there's no shade to our people, but it's not discussed in the Haitian church. Yeah. Or there's a purity culture for young ladies that's talked about in excess in the Haitian church, and no regulation for the young men. So then these young men realize that they can get whatever they want, however they want. So they use the tactics that they were taught or not taught, because they weren't taught anything. So they're free for all. And they continue going on to these young ladies who were taught about the purity culture. However, the purity culture teaches us to make ourselves available for when the men come to you. So now you have to cater, or you have to be amenable to whatever it is that he's offering you. The cycle continues. So when we talk about these young men or these musicians, because you said they're under 25. I haven't met any musicians under 25 because I'm not under 25. I'm out of my business. You talk about these young men who don't have the teaching, don't have the knowledge on their own. They're not learning it from anywhere, how to be disciplined and how to keep it in their drawers. Then you have these young women who just want to be loved in the way that Christ loves the church. So in the natural, because before you're Christian, before you're spiritual, we are human first. You're going to see that somewhere. And it's just not being talked about ad nauseum for both sides of the fence. And that's where lines get misconstrued, wires get crossed, people get felt up, and then people like it. People like getting felt up. Can we talk about that, please?
Yeah. Hey.
That's why it just continues. There's no discipline, and it's just like it's not an equal conversation when it comes to the purity culture.
No discipline, and it's a lot of misguidance. I completely agree. Yeah. That's a great point.
Nate, you had something you want to see, and I want to change the topic just a little bit, but go ahead, Nate.
No, I wanted to just add on to what
go ahead.
He said. She I completely agree. I think, especially in the church, we don't really make room to have a discussion on what healthy sexuality is, right? In the context that, a young woman or a young man says, I'm interested in so and so, or I really like this person, rather than shut it down and say, like, oh, you're interested in having sex, whatever it is. Rather, why not have a conversation and say, okay, what is your interest in this person? Why are you interested in that? And then rather than shut it down, just be quick to throw the Bible at them, throw the book at the back of their head, like, hey, you're just supposed to be in church. Some have been in l'église, they call it much, and this, that, and the third, but rather have a conversation about, like, okay, what does it mean to be a young woman in Christ? What does it mean to be a young man in Christ, to have an interest in that person? Back it up with Bible, not culture, because a lot of times we tend to, at least from what I've seen within the Haitian church, there to be this type of shift or focus that when someone is interested in someone, we shut down based off of a cultural perspective as opposed to using the word and help young people understand what it means to really have a healthy approach to one another. And, a lot of times we don't have those discussions and we're just expecting the person to just be prepared and to know and to be aware and things like that, as opposed to sitting down and having that conversation of what does it mean to keep yourself for Christ? What does it mean to keep your body until marriage or whatever it is? Or even if, let's say, for example, you just couldn't help it, your flesh was lit up like the 4th of July. What should you do in order for you to handle these different types of situations? Because no one talks about it. And people tend to shut down the conversation of sex because they tend to forget God invented it. Sex is a beautiful experience with it, especially within the realm of marriage. No one wants to talk about that. And what does that entail? So, and then of course, have that discussion of what does it mean when you have sex outside of marriage? Is it that, oh, God's going to hell, or is it that, you fell short and this is how you make your way back into the fold and build that relationship with Christ?
And
So
I think, sorry.
Go ahead,
I
Maddie.
think also in the church, the reason why a lot of times people have experienced sexual encounters, because it is not being talked about. So because it's not being talked about, now it becomes something that they want to learn on their own.
And it's not that it's not being talked about, Matanya. It's just they tell you don't do it. That's it.
That's it.
Behind that.
Everything is just don't do it. But now you keep hearing don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So now that gets to a point where you like, I wonder what it is that they keep saying don't do. What is it about it that they're saying not to do? And then you go out there and you learn on your own.
Mm-hmm.
You have the conversation to yourself, and now you learn on your own, and then you go, oh, okay, I see why they said don't do it.
Right.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Right.
So, guys, in your singlehood, right? I want to ask y'all this question. In your singlehood, there's 4 of you guys. It's a pretty dope age range. Raise your hand, not to put you on the spot. If at your current age, current status, current state, you are dating with a goal to forever, or you're just looking for companionship. I say forever. I didn't say marriage because ultimately it will be marriage, but nobody trying to rush you. That's another topic. No trying to rush nobody into marriage because that's a serious step in itself. But are you dating right now so you could have a trajectory of forever with somebody, or at your age right now, I'm just chilling, trying to meet with different people? Because that can also be pissed in the pool, because if the person that you're with, their trajectory is marriage and yours is like just companionship, even if it's monogamous, that in itself is pissy. So let's talk about that. What is your personal goal right now in terms of dating, and what is your trajectory?
In my geriatric age, I am dating with purpose.
Yo!
Okay? I am dating with purpose.
It is so disrespectful that they think that when you're not even 40, you're geriatric.
Okay, so
oh my God. Stop it.
In the medical field, in my geriatric age, I am dating with purpose.
Dating with purpose. Your purpose is forevership, marriage, and all of that.
Yes, I'm dating
all right. Nate.
Me? Oh, well, same thing. Of course, I recently just started back school. doctorates, whatever it is. So I have a specific focus right now. But nonetheless, it's like, you never know. God may bring her in the midst of me going for this program or whatever it is. So if it happens, my trajectory, of course, is marriage. But I'm not going to waste your time. If it's not going anywhere, just be done with it.
And who determines where it's going? Honestly, I'm sorry. Kevin, I saw your hand up. But when you say that, the thing, because you mentioned that before, like in the conversations that you had with some of the women you were dealing with, you're like, okay, where is this going? Like, who determines that? Like, do you put the ball in her court? What? Are you like as the man?
Wow. Okay.
Lord, he's always in there.
You guys gotta find it.
But are you?
I think for me, I do believe God has given me a spirit of discernment. Sometimes you can really tell when somebody's just wasting time or somebody just wants, just something casual. I'm not about casual. I'm very direct. I'll say, honestly, where would you like this to go? And depending on your answer, I'll say, okay, maybe I think you should be with somebody who can give you what you're looking for. And from there, you could do it with that, whatever you think is best. And I'm not going to say it in a disrespectful way. It's just disrespectful way. It's just really just to say, like, honestly, I don't want to waste your time. And I'm not
okay. Around what time do you ask that question? Like, because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, first, second date, third date, like how soon?
If it gets to the second date, definitely on the second date. Because
that's quick.
He's not lying. Nathaniel and I, we work together. He will be in my office. So he worked. I'm proud of him. Nathaniel, from being my intern to my coworker, and then he got his degree. And he will come to me, be like, "Yo, what do you think about this?" It's real straight up about it, because like this person's playing around, they're dragging their feet, and he's not the type of person. He's gonna move on.
But is that normal? Is that just you, or is that the norm? Like Kevin, I'm sorry, Nathaniel, would you do the same thing? Like at the second? Well, we need to know what your
I want to save Kevin for last for that particular question. I don't know why.
Why? Because he's a musician.
The Holy Spirit is revealing something to my spirit. But Joey, at your age right now, you're still fairly very young. What is your trajectory in dating? What is your is it casual friendship, or is it like I'm looking for my forever ship right now?
I don't like casual dating. I am dating for forevership. I think casual dating sets people up for unintended foreverships.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can you unpack that?
Wow, I like that.
People like to put up a front like they don't have like situationships don't create feelings, like you're not enamored with the person, like you don't imagine or conjure up a dream of a future with the person, and then for it to all end and go into nothingness. Don't make me fight you, because I don't have time for it. I know me at this big age that I am, and my feelings are too big for someone to be playing around with them. But
more geriatric age.
Listen, but more so, my feelings are too big for me to be playing around with them. Absolutely. Because it really is a personal journey. I can't dictate what anybody else wants to do, but what I can guarantee is that I'm not going to let you do that nonsense with me.
Yeah.
I love it.
I've had enough experience in my life.
Yeah.
No, Joey, you crazy enough you say that. You'd be surprised how many people that we encounter in even bigger age who allow someone to hang them around.
It happens. It happens, and it's because of those feelings that they will tell you outwardly that no, it's just casual. It's not attached. We're not attached to anything. No, you are attached to that person. It's been 15 years. You're attached.
Wow.
Not 15 years.
Or when you already start acting like a wife, but you're not a wife.
But you're not a wife.
That's a whole different topic in itself.
Yeah. It happens, and it happens swiftly. It happens very quickly, not because it's what you intended, but sometimes it's just who you are. If
who you are, your heart.
Who you are in your heart. If you're a caring person in nature, if you're somebody who wants to lighten the load off of somebody else's back, that's what you inherently will do for somebody that you claim to care about. But
Right.
you don't realize in the process, because you are so engrossed in being who you are, that you're giving yourself to this person, but you're not receiving anything. There's no reciprocity in that package at all. And so years go by very quickly. Before you even realize it, you look up and it's been 15 years, and like a lot of your youth, not all of it, but a lot of your youth has gone by with this situation, and you've reaped nothing from it.
That's crazy. I saw Kevin got ready. Kevin took like 2 gulps of water right now, so try to get ready to answer the question. But really, real quick on IG, hey Kat, what's up? Kathleen says not everyone is emotionally invested in a serious relationship. Lots of people are okay with the idea and benefits of connection, but not willing to commit to it. Right. So that's true. That's true.
And also, like what Kessia said here, people hang around because they have hope, right? Or expectations or a certain timeline. They're wishing that it could be what they know it's not.
Mm.
But you know how they say now faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things you don't see. We have a lot of people walking in these faithful relationships, and there's no evidence of hope. It's insane.
Now I'm gonna help my man Kevin out before he talks, because Kevin is my little bro. I'm his
you putting him on the spot.
No, bro. I'm his mentor, so I want to give him grace first. Kevin is no longer the typical musician, guys. I know we give him a hard time earlier in the segment.
He's inside.
Kevin is inside. Kevin is reformed. So I know him personally. So I know we've had those conversations. We had those dinners where he really picked the big bro's brain about his intentions. So Kev. But it's on to you now. What is your current state as your relationship? Chilling or forevership?
So for me, I believe if I'm gonna date you, it should go automatically to courtship, which would mean we are on the road to get married. I get to know you. You meet my family, because I'm big on family. I think, like they always saying, a lot of times people don't have realistic expectations. And they're kind of going with the flow, so it's going nowhere. Once you set expectation of where you're going, if the person is not aligned with that, then you gotta go.
I have a question for the fellas, and ladies, you could chime in too, but it's more so for Nate, Kev, and I guess I can unpack fellas, too. Right?
Oh, you see? Okay.
Yeah, there's a saying: a man knows what he wants. So if it's dragging the relationship along for such a long time. It's most likely he's either playing games, not really interested, because it does not take a man that long to know if they want to be with you. What do you guys think about that statement? Because context, I have female friends that we counsel, that we talk to, and they are standing on what Anna's talking about, right? They have faith in the relationship, or it's going to be okay. He is mine. I prayed on it. But months, years has gone by. This person have yet to claim you. So what do you guys think? Is it true to a man just know what they want? If they're not wifing you or girlfriending you or being you, they just don't really want to be with you, but they just probably don't know how to say it? Or it's just that they really need time? Which way do you think that goes? We'll go with the guys first. And I think, ladies, you could chime in also, talk about your own experience with a guy who know if they want to be with you or not.
So I think that, and we can't generalize everybody. I think it's easy to generalize that, this person was ready in 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years. I should be ready in 2 years. I think every relationship is based on circumstance or trauma that happened when they were younger, or where they are in life, if they're financially stable, if they feel like they can't hold a relationship. I don't think every relationship is the same. So it depends on the guy. Some guys just feel like maybe you come with a lot and he needs to build himself to be ready for you, or he's requiring something from you that you're not giving him yet, and he's waiting for you to give him that so he makes the next step that he's comfortable. So it really depends on the relationship.
Good job. And I did not train him when I answered that question, guys. That's all. I saw Kev right there. Nate, what do you think?
Okay. So I'm gonna give one answer. For some men, not all, but for some, especially speaking for the single men out here, some men honestly, like if they're holding on to relationships and they're keeping it going like 4, 5, 6, almost 10 years or whatever it is, you're a placeholder. And to be very, very straightforward, he's not looking to put a ring on it because he's trying to figure out what he still wants, but you're just holding the place until he gets what he wants.
Wait, but Nate, you're speaking about years. Wait, Nate, 1 second. You're speaking about years, though, right? What would be the minimum or maximum where you don't think that's the case? Because 6, I agree, 4, 6, 7, 10 years, that's crazy to me for you to still stay and they haven't committed to you.
It happens.
If it was like shorter term than that, by what point do you think that that's not the case? If we had to put like a not such a long time, by how soon should a man know they want to be with you or not?
For some men, honestly, between 6 months to a year. And I've seen some men who really know after like 6 months, like, yo, that's her.
You talking about simps?
I'm not speaking for all. Again, I'm not speaking for all, but I had some men who knew. It wasn't. I'm not saying like every man knows immediately after the first 6 months or whatever it is, and then some men know after like what 2 weeks. Like, yo, I want to build something with her. But I think again, going back to what Kevin said, it depends on the man. Some men are ready. Some men are ready to build something serious, while some men still need a little bit of time to get their finances in order, their personal affairs in order, their psyche in order, because some men come in with a whole bunch of baggage and traumas and whatever it is. Me, I can't speak exactly. Only God knows. That's the only way I could explain.
Also, we got to think about age. So, if you're 20 and you've been dating someone 10 years and you're 30, I don't think that you should be like, 5 years in and you got to go, right? Again, it depends if the person's older than you, younger than you. There's so many different components to a relationship that people don't speak about. It's just because it works for Nate doesn't mean it's going to work for me. You know, it might take me 6 years to be ready to get married because maybe I have a different financial mindset than he does. Some people are comfortable where, like me, I'm not getting married until I buy my own house. Some people say we get married, we be in the basement. You know, so it really depends on where you see your life going.
And also, like me, I'm very intent on like going to God about it, because sometimes God will tell you who is who. And I've had that experience where some women who have come into my life, God was just like, show her the door. No, y'all laughing. I'm serious.
That's how he really is. Nathaniel's really like that.
People think I'm joking. And it's not on some like I'll do it in a mean way, just throw her out. It's just like, hey, honestly, I don't feel like this is going somewhere. And I think you should be with somebody who's going to give you what you're looking for. But of course, me and God have that straight up conversation like, yo, what's up? Yes, no, what you want? And then from there, God will tell me straight up like, yo, her door, whatever it is, get her out. Because sometimes, as much as people be like, oh, it's the men. Sometimes it's some of the sisters out here too. They don't have good intentions neither.
I would like to chime in on that last statement right there. I know I'm going to get heat.
Bring it. Bring the heat. Bring the heat, sis.
I'm going to get some mad people. However, men are honest when they figure it out. And even leading up to them figuring it out, they are honest about where it's going. Women just don't listen. Some women just don't listen. Because, again, we are so hopped up on time, the faith, what we've invested into the situation, the dating, the courtship, emotionally, financially, physically, if that is the case, that we don't want to let go, even though we know it's not going anywhere. And even though he has in so many words or in less words, but more actions told you that it's not going anywhere. We just don't listen. So unfortunately, we continue to suffer in those situations where it's not beneficial for us because we're just not listening to what he's telling you. You're not.
But you're choosing not to hear it.
Choosing not to hear it, and so we keep dealing with the cycle continuously until we listen and just be like, "All right, I see the door. I'm finally gonna go to the door."
Maddie, I'm gonna let you chime in. I'm sure you want to chime in, but there's a really dope comment on Instagram. Somebody on Riri Simplicity said on Instagram, and I think to Kevin's point too, and Nate's point, I think there's a difference between knowing and readiness, right? When you know, you can work on what you need to do to make things happen and move forward, right? So readiness and knowing, I absolutely do think that's two different things. Maddie, I don't know if you wanted to add something to this specific segment, and it's gonna have a question or something just for you ladies to take the lead on, just like we did for the fellas.
I don't have much to say. Everybody said it. Like Kevin said, it comes with age as well. You know, I joke around a lot, but again, back to in my geriatric age, I think we have to know what we want, and no one has time to play games. And if I come in with an expectation of I know what I want, I'm gonna lay it out there. And if you're not ready for it, then like Josette said, I must hear what you're saying and keep it pushing, because there's gonna be somebody that's going to be ready for me. And sometimes that person may not be ready. They may be for you, but they're just not ready for that because, like Josette said earlier, trauma, hurt, things that they have not dealt with that they need to deal with to be ready for you. So if you got time to wait, be patient.
I like this idea of readiness, right? Like, how do you even know that you're ready? Because like I know we are saying like, you know, it comes with age, but people with a big age got a small understanding. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you are ready when you're older, right? So like, how do you even know that you're ready? What does being ready look like to you?
The ladies?
Oh,
anybody. The ladies can start.
Let's start with
but
the
like
ladies.
we can start with the ladies. But what does readiness look like to you?
That's a good question.
For me, it looks like me being able to offer what I require. If I'm able to have these particular expectations of you as somebody who is going to date me, court me, and marry me, or ask for my hand in marriage, I should be able to offer those things, those same things to you. Emotional availability, spiritual awareness, and dependency. Because that person should be able to lean on you to pray for them as much as you lean on them to pray for you as well. Just making sure that you're able to reciprocate what it is you're asking for. I think that's what readiness is, but also reminding yourself that you're not in the fight alone. Being able to fully depend on God to lead you where it is that you need to go with this person.
Good.
That was
good. Anybody else have a readiness type of okay? Like, I feel it's good.
I think for me, I can't speak for all gentlemen, but I know, especially if we're saying like we want a godly relationship, whatever it is, the one thing I think for me is that we won't be comfortable per se in the context of this. We're always pursuing to go to another level. We're always eager to chase God. We're always eager to go to greater depths to understand what does it mean to build a healthier marriage, healthier relationship, healthier this, that, and so on and so forth. And so, or if I could use a better term, complacent. Like if I know like this is something that's not keeping me complacent or stagnant, I think that's a good thing, or at least a good indicator to see like, okay, this is something that has some sort of a foundation that I can build upon.
To piggyback on Josie, I felt like I knew I was ready for the next step when I was able to self-reflect on my flaws and the things that I needed to work on that was not helping me in my former relationship, if that makes sense. So a lot of us, especially in my generation, we don't know the real meaning, but what love means. Everybody thinks love is a feeling, and love is actually a decision. So when you really decide that love is a decision and actually know when you take those vows, no matter if it's good or bad, even if I don't like him today or don't like her tomorrow, if she gains 400 pounds, I still decide to love you. I think a lot of people now is a feeling base, which is why divorce is so high, because they love the idea of marriage, but don't really want to put the work or have the tough times that marriage comes with.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's have some fun. Would you be so bold enough to share a horror dating story or relationship? It could be a date. You find out the person is a I don't know, is a your feet remind them of Vienna sausages. It could be something that crazy. Or what is a horror dating story or courtship story that you have?
Well, I got a good one.
Yeah, Maddie.
So I was talking to this guy, right, y'all?
Let me sit back for this one.
Let me tell y'all. Okay. So I was talking to this guy. He took me out on nice dates. We spent a lot of time with each other. I met his mother. I knew he had 2 kids. Once again, at my geriatric age, people are gonna have kids, I just don't have them. I have a dog, he's right here. But hanging out, doing like taking me fishing, things I don't do. And then so one day he said to me, mind you, now we're going on like a few months of talking and dating and stuff like that. And then so he said that they were having a party or something like that for his daughter or something in that sense. So I was like, okay. And I don't really care to be like, oh, I'm talking to you, I want to go. I don't want the drama. Keep me out of it. Okay. So long story short, I was home and he was at the party, and I missed a call. Ding, 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 ding. I missed a call, and the call that I missed left a voicemail. So I was like, okay, listen. He butt dialed by accident, and in the butt dial by accident, I can hear the conversations that were happening. And so pretty much like his friends were like, yo, thanks for inviting me to the wedding. Tell your wife. I said, thank you.
I'm in.
I was not expecting that part.
Tell your wife I said thank you for the invite. We had a good time. Blah, 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 da, 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 da. Okay, boom. So now I'm trying to figure out, because I could be a jerk. So now I'm trying to figure out, how am I gonna play this out? How I'm gonna go poof. I know, So he decided one day he's gonna come pick me up from work, and I said, okay, sure, come get me. He's like, you hungry? I said, yeah, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat this last meal.
On you.
Yeah, I'm hungry. We're gonna eat good tonight. And he's like, well, you wanna go? I'm like, oh, my choice? Bet, let's go. Pick nice restaurant. Big things I go on. Nice restaurant. I waited to dessert. Now dessert comes out and I'm just like fiddling with my phone. And you can play the message.
You did not play it.
I sure did.
Man, come on, man.
I played the message and I just put the phone on the table. And he just was stuck. And my thing is, I'm not that type of girl that I'm going to deal with a married person. But the most part that pissed me off is the fact that you were not honest. And you thought I was a dummy and that it would never come to light.
Right.
And so that's what exactly I explained to him. I said, you didn't even give me an option to say if I wanted you or not. Married or not. Like, you could have just told me, like, hey, I'm married, it's complicated, I'm not with my wife, I'm separated, but you lied. And in your lie, you got caught. So dinner was nice. Don't ever call me again.
Did you take a dog bag home?
Absolutely. Right. And I made him drop me home.
Oh, man. Wait, was there a conversation on the ride?
He tried, but what can you say? You're married, bro. Like, you got a whole wife.
Maddie, somebody on IG, somebody say, I love you, sis. You're the perfect energy.
Oh my God.
You gotta understand. Oh no, we're separated. I said, I don't want to hear what you gotta say, bro. Like, you're married.
Yeah.
I don't play those games because I don't want it to be done to me. If I'm married, I'll shoot you.
It's definitely contributing some piss in that pool.
Nobody called it.
Wow.
I'll shoot my husband. Pick again.
Girl.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing that.
Anybody could top that? Oh, you're in the chat too. If you're in the chat, you want to say a crazy story, you can drop it in the chat. We'll read it for everybody. Anybody got something any other crazy stories?
I don't know if I could top. I can't top that.
No. Just go ahead.
Just top it. Just share yours.
I can't top that. But wait, you know what?
Oh,
Picture it, Sicily, 1982. So there was a guy one time. I have so many. It's just so bad out here. There was bad out here. It's just so bad. There was a guy that I was dating some time ago. And I had met his family, met his mom, everything. And then, you know what? God don't play about me too. You know what? That's all right. He told me we'd gone on dates, and he told me that he was going on vacation. He was going back home. He was Jamaican. He was going back home to see some of his family. His mom was going, sister was going. So they were going to see his dad. His dad was still in Jamaica. So the week goes by, and it's like communication is sparse. It's there, but it's lacking compared to how it usually is. Imagine my surprise when I saw a tag, and this was back when Instagram used to tell you like what people liked, and like that tab, they used to tell you what people liked and stuff. Yeah, I saw that he was proposing on a boat. He was on a yacht back here in Mill Basin by King's Plaza. Mm-hmm.
Word.
He was on a yacht. So
he was proposing.
He was proposing.
I think he went over there.
Wait, he was proposing a business plan?
It wasn't me. Listen, he proposed to a young lady, a beautiful young lady, but it wasn't me. So you know, and I confronted him about it, and he was just like, well, what do you mean? Like when me and you started talking, we weren't dealing with each other. So she just came back into my life, and I decided to propose. You didn't want to let me in on a secret? Nothing? He got into a car accident later.
No. Wow. You didn't pray for that, right?
No, of course not.
No. A better question is, Josette, honestly, tell us. You could text me. Did you cut his brakes?
Big brother's always watching, so I say nothing.
Oh, all right, bad. You cut his brakes.
Wow. It's hot. It's hot out here for us.
Girl. Somebody wrote on Instagram, I think it's a song, very singing. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Listen, he apologized later, but too little too late. It is what it is. Unfortunately, that accident caused him to get a leg amputated. So,
dang.
Wow. He definitely cannot walk out on you no more.
Wait. Let's get off this live.
Wait.
Man, it was deep. Like she said, "God don't play about me." I heard that part.
Your story wins. The man lost his leg.
Nah, that's next level.
He limping everywhere.
Listen. See, see what got you, and he don't play about me.
Right.
Come on, don't play. God don't play about
fellas,
us.
y'all got anything for us?
Okay, I guess I'll go. Well, I don't know if I'm going to top these two other stories, but there, once upon a time, Minister Nate was involved in a short little fling. I won't call it a relationship. It was a fling, right?
Okay.
So was talking to this one particular individual. I'm gonna do my best not to give too much information away. But we were talking, we got close, we connected, we emotionally bonded. You know, there's things that she told me she didn't tell a lot of people, and things like that. Whatever it is.
Nate, I'm sorry. One second. This is so cold.
Oh, shoot.
No, that's for you.
Nah.
That is cold. That is cold-blooded.
Was it the knee
Oh, damn.
bended on?
Oh, wow. I'm crazy. Even I wouldn't think of that joke. That slow clap.
Right.
Wow.
Sorry, Nate.
Go ahead, Nate. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, so we got close, this and the third. But you know, she had history with a previous guy, whatever it is. And you know, sometimes it would come up in specific conversations or whatever it is. And so, you know, myself, I would explain to her, I said, hey, you know, it seems like you clearly have a lot of feelings for this guy. And clearly, like, there's a lot of things that are not resolved there. So I said, if you want to go work it out, I'm giving you room to do so. No feeling, no hard feelings, no love lost. I'm just being respectful that we just do this now so I don't waste your time and you don't waste mine. So that's the first conversation. The conversation comes up again. And I make it clear to her, if you want to go work it out with dude, be my guest. I'm not going to feel no type of way about it. And so the third time, I think God intervened because we had gone out to the movie theaters and I just felt really, really uncomfortable. Like, you know, you got that third sense, like something don't feel right. Like, what is going on? So we go to the movie theaters. I feel uncomfortable. Whatever. Next morning, I go to work. This time, the feeling is on 10 to the point where I feel like I'm going to vomit. So I'm like, yo, what is going on? And then that's when I got the indication, like, okay, clearly she's still messing around with dude. I just don't know about it. So we have a final conversation. She doesn't know, but I already got indicators from other people that homeboy was still around. And so what I ended up doing is just, I cut it off, but, you know, she was very upset about it. She felt some type of way, this, that, and the third, and so on and so forth. Tell me why, 3 to 4 months later, Shorty pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Was it yours? I'm
sure. Are you the pappy?
You're the pappy.
Are you the pappy?
I want to know how that's possible if Nate is a virgin.
Oh,
wow.
That's beautiful.
Okay,
so,
Nate.
At that point,
that's beautiful.
Immaculate.
No, you're not.
Your anointing got her.
That's so beautiful.
No. I found out through trusted individuals who apparently, after we separated, this happened 3 to 4 months after we cut it off.
Because he was still around, baby.
Right.
There was nothing cut off with her and him.
He
just got caught up.
Except for that leg. The only thing that was cut off was that leg.
Something slipped up.
Josette's story. That leg got cut off, but that's neither here nor there.
That's not okay.
That's crazy. Kev, real quick, Kev, you got one for us?
I got nothing that I'm sorry.
Kevin said he ain't got nothing because he did stories.
Nah, honestly,
Kevin said he created the stories. So he got to say, I'm the creator of the stories. I'm not giving my juice away.
Nah, honestly, the stories you guys are saying just sound like regular outside story. Like it just
outside.
Oh, it's outside.
It's just regular. Like, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, people are married. It's like work. You go to work, some people are married, they're still messing around, you know, people. It's fair game out there, unfortunately.
And I posted something earlier today and I was like, it's crazy how society has started to normalize things that are not normal, so that when we experience these unnormal things, we act in normal ways. Like like it's supposed to happen. Like it's become the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just because it's normalized doesn't make it okay.
I agree.
So like these outside stories, they're happening, but it's not. It doesn't mean it's okay.
It's regular. It's just the rule of the game. Like, you know, you just know. Like my generation knows it's just your turn. You might not be here for a long time. You're here for a fun time. You know what I mean? That's what the generation that is under me is saying. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
Jesus.
They know it. Listen, she could be yours today, tomorrow. You know,
someone else's.
That's just what it is, man. Chuck it up to the game.
But you know what's very interesting. And thank you, Nate, for being transparent about, because I got married as a virgin myself, so I could put that out there. So there's this society would have you think that everybody's following the same trend, right? So when you find someone like Nathaniel, find people like you guys who are at various ages, and you're dating for marriage or dating with purpose, society will make you think that that's not the norm. Everybody's trying to find the next slay or the next slay, whatever terminology that they use that relates to sex, right? And it causes the pool to be even that much more dirty because of a lot of misconception, mixed messages that is being sown out there as it relates to relationship and marriage. And so it's health. It's a really dope thing to hear from you guys. Man, we could be here all night, man. I didn't realize what time it is.
Right. But I feel like that's the guidance that it goes back to what Josette was saying at the beginning. That's the guidance that's lacking, right? These conversations and like these, these pouring into the younger or pouring into the those who are still, you know, single and waiting and ready. You know, there's one more horror story. Said the boyfriend of the girl my ex was cheating on me with once held me at gunpoint.
Wait.
The boyfriend of the girl.
The boyfriend of the girl. The boyfriend of the girl. Wait. The boyfriend of the girl
that my ex was cheating on me with. So her boyfriend, no. So her, no. She was.
I'm gonna get a board. I'm gonna go get a board. I'll get you a diagram.
I can say it.
Okay.
So let's say me and you were dating.
Okay.
Right. Boyfriend of the girl. So now you have a girl.
Okay.
But she has a boyfriend.
He
came and put a gun on me.
But what did you do? Why did he pistol whip Irvin?
That's the simp.
He should have pistol whipped Irvin and not you.
I was just hoping for a good, not a good time, but like for a relationship with you.
And in a sense like that, that's when you call your cousin Poo Poo.
No, that's
and your little cousin Lily, and they kill you.
You never go to another guy, man.
We should probably bring you on to explain this story, but we'll do a live on that one. We need to do a content video just for that. We might need to reenact that. We might need a reenactment just for that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Because my thing is like, yo, what I do?
I'm a victim.
My thing is, I'm a victim. Why don't we get together and make them mad? Let's get together. And they could be big mad. You
listen, do the old switcheroo. Just switch.
Let's switch up real quick.
But wait. I'm curious to know if the gunpoint thing was related to the relationship, any of the mixing that was happening.
So the guy pressing the guy for messing with his girl, but that's against the game too. You never check the man, you check the shorty.
You got to check your person.
You know
Wow.
Okay, that you just said something that is very controversial.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you never check another man. You check the shorty, bro.
Another man.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, obviously. We're going to be praying for you guys.
It's dirty. The pool is dirty.
But now this is like we kind of how to wrap it up, right?
Is there hope?
Right.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
So you guys still have. So you guys still have hope.
No, there's no.
Yes, I have hope.
Yeah, my geriatric game.
Yeah, God don't play about me, so I'm chilling.
Maybe the older generation, but the younger ones are doomed.
Wow.
But I think we've been talking about this all night. We cannot generalize, right? I think when you start generalizing, that's when you lose hope.
The social media, what is being pushed, Mega Stallion, Cardi B, everything that they idolize is to be a womanizer, player, and be sexualized. That's what they look up to. Our generation didn't really have that technology, so we weren't desensitized to that. This generation, having 100 bodies normal. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of miseducation that is happening.
That's what these girls are doing. 16, 14, 12.
That's the truth.
And believe
I think
it or not,
it's difficult.
Unfortunately. So if media keeps pushing that, which they are, this generation is cooked.
Wow.
So the old saying is sex sells. So they're never going to stray away from that. Not only sell in movies anymore, it's right at your fingertips with the advancement of social media. So
it's on TikTok with these lyrics that these girls be singing that are so very vulgar. That girl, whatever her name is.
Oh yeah.
So bad. Yes, I don't even know her name, but
and she's a virgin. It's an artist. So it's an artist that I found on TikTok.
Don't even read the lyrics.
No, I'm not. It's an artist that I heard on TikTok. Huh?
Danks the rapper?
No, it's a girl. Her name, what is her name? Cupcake.
That's not
Cupcake with 2K. And mind you, I saw her song on TikTok. Somebody was dancing to the song. I'm like, yo, this song is crazy as relates to what she was saying, right? So I asked my kids, I was picking up my son. So I went on Apple Music to listen to her music. Like everything is, oh my God, filth. And I was picking up my son. I guess he got to his like, Dad, what are you listening to? I said, this is this person here. And do you ever heard her? He's like, oh, Cupcake? Yeah, we were listening to her in middle school in the 6th grade.
And if you guys go and you look at her lyrics,
just
they're appalling. Like it's like I can't even
but here's a crazy thing. If you go and look up her song and listen to it, and you look her information, she's a virgin. So all the stuff she's talking about in her song is all fantasy. I still remember when WAP came out by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. There was a video clip that went viral of Cardi B jumping to the radio to turn off whatever system that her daughter was using to listen to the song. But you made the song, sis. So it's not good enough for your daughter, for your child, but it's okay for everybody else kids to listen to WAP.
I believe the agenda right now is being okay with being a single parent. They're breaking family. Whether it is the feminist movement or the alpha male movement, I think that's all garbage, both movements. I think there's the difference between Kevin Samuels and whatever one they're using. I think it's both garbage to divide each other instead of us being together.
Yeah, man. We gotta pray for this dating pool, especially the Christian dating pool.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's no better than the worldly dating pool.
It's
like
not.
Because the thing, it should be, right?
Yeah, it's happening in the church too.
In reality, it should be.
I told my pastor this recently. I said, church guys scare me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, what do you mean? I said, I'll find me somebody who loves the Lord, that's not involved in church like that, that's not really in church, that will respect my values, that will respect, hey, I'm in this, but guess what? You're not getting none of this little cootie cat, because I'm not giving you none. But then you'll find the guys that's in church and they're the ones that's sending you pics of their stuff.
But
and you didn't even ask for it.
Well, why wouldn't the church be worse? Wouldn't the church be all looking for healing as a hospital? So the worst should be in church.
You're right, Kevin. You're right, but there's a
you're right, but sorry, Ann, go ahead.
No, like the standard is completely lost. Like there are no standards anymore.
But that's not just in church.
Because the patients are running the
But
hospital.
we talk about church because we're in the church,
right?
So we can have an opinion about how the dating pool is or how church is going because this is where we're at. Right. This is where we were brought in, and this is where we were raised in. So when I say church men scare me, I really mean what I say, and I say it with my chest, and I ain't afraid to say it because I said what I said, Gavin. I said what I said.
But I think that's a very good point, though, in terms of the church. I think what we need to realize is, I think where we went wrong is because it's church, we expect people to be on that trajectory of holiness, but not realize. So we don't talk about these things because everybody, like, to me, it was unheard of. How come you ain't got no jupon on? You know what I'm saying? As a church girl, right now in a jupon, you know what a jupon is, like those slips. I thought everybody, if you don't have a jupon, you're not saved, right? So it's like there's this expectation and this hope or this false narrative that if you're in church, you are about that life. So you might be struggling with some of these things, but it's not talked about. Right, so that the big brother, little brother thing doesn't exist anymore. Me and Kev, we only known each other for like what, 2 years now, about
5 years.
He took the step before we even had a friendship. Yeah, before we had a friendship, he hit me up, yo, big bro, we need to talk, right? And then that's how we have this relationship now, like talking about everyday things, relationships, marriage, and all that stuff, right? But how many Kevins are there? No, how many Irvins are there in the church? I'm gonna be transparent.
Oh, none of them. They were wilding
with the Kevins.
There's not a lot. There's not a lot.
There's not many. If
there's
you
not,
go to any church, the majority of that congregation is women. So who's teaching men?
Yeah. It's not a lot of them. And then the conversations are being pushed under the rug. Yeah. They're not happening. We're not having these conversations. We're not going to people where you know that you have a struggle, where you're going to someone like you come to Urbans and you know Urbans is going to keep you accountable. You got to have that person where you know, like, okay, I'm about to walk into this girl's house. I'm about to lay it down, but I know I'm not supposed to. Come get me. You got to have people like that in your life where you can say, and he's here. I need you to come get me now and get me out the house. Have people that's going to hold you accountable. We don't really have that.
I'm tacking on to Maddie right now, because you also have those situations where that praise and worship leader or that musician has that gift and they can't afford to lose it. So they'll do and they still keep them on that pulpit.
Hey.
Oh, my soda. My soda is done. I have no more soda.
We might need a part 2 because we're tapping into some.
Let's say it for what it is. The patients are running the hospital. That's the problem. And because, in the church, you don't know how to differentiate the doctor from the patient. Unfortunately, we have a number of people who put on the role but don't recognize what's the role.
Wow.
That's fine. That's a good point.
So I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't. y'all gonna have to figure it out.
Oh, that's helpful.
No, but
I know, right?
Ann and I, we do plan to do another recording just to provide some strategies and some tips. It's not gonna be a live. It's gonna be a content video.
I mean, this could even turn into a live show, like in person, because I feel like you guys shed so much perspective.
Yeah.
That people in the comments are learning, like we're learning about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had more questions.
There's just so much to unpack here, right? You can never do it in just one show. For sure. But I think
birthday on Sunday.
Stay tuned for part 2 next Tuesday, guys.
Honestly, the question could have been like, do people even want relationships anymore? That's one thing.
Well,
do people
say it again?
People even want that anymore? And then we have this thing. I don't know if you guys saw on social media, Omarion went viral for a question that he gave about monogamous relationship and being poly. You have Neo who's posting up. He has 4 different girlfriends. Right. So we have these new age or new modern or more open, unnormal types of relationships that are out there.
But we make it okay when the man is doing it.
It was always happening.
But if there was a woman that came out and said she got 4 men, she a little she's nasty. But we make it okay that the man comes out and say he got 4 girlfriends. Mind you, you had a wife that you were with. You made her have a hysterectomy, tie her tubes because you didn't want no more children, but you around here hoeing out other people's children.
Hold on. I think a lot of times we gotta.
But Kev.
I think a lot of times also what we're doing is looking at the fake elite, right? We are the common people. So what we do, common people, is doesn't match what the people that are rich are doing, right? So like Daniel had multiple women. He can afford that. The average person cannot afford 4 women, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of times we're looking at these superstars. They don't have God. They don't know what to do with their money, so they just waste it on things to please themselves, right? And we're looking at them for guidance as relationship goals. They're not goals, and they have some problems, which is why Neo or was it Nick Cannon got like 14 kids or something like that, 11 kids. So this generation of men, they've been doing it. We just have social media to see it now.
It's crazy.
That's
crazy. It. And then we have let's listen to these. Listen, because I put earlier on, I did types of romantic relationship in the modern dating pool. Monogamous relationships, we know what that is. Non-monogamous relationships, which are have multiple romantic or sexual partners simultaneously, with the consent of all involved. You have casual dating. You have situationships. You have the companionships. So pretty much it's like you focus on friendship and shared experiences with no real romantic or sexual elements. You have kink relationships, partnerships that incorporate unconventional sexual practices, rebound relationships.
Okay.
Rebound relationships. You have courtships, which is what
we're talking about,
right?
That we should be talking about,
like courtship. So,
like, I think honestly, I feel like I know we're all saved. You know what I'm saying? And we have to differentiate what dating in the Christian pool looks like, than dating in the world looks like.
See, that's the thing. That even bring up another conversation about being unequally yoked. Those who are Christians, because the pool is so dirty and there's such scarcity. Actually, somebody wrote that in the IG. Scarcity in options, that you're even finding that you have unequally yoked, and you have that mess to deal with, right?
We kind of gotta stop it here. We're never gonna end. I mean, y'all down for a part 2? I don't know.
We might need to do a part 2. We might need to pick this up next week.
We might need to pick this up because there's just way too much to unpack. But we really want to thank you guys for being vulnerable, for sharing, for
we're going deeper next week though.
Pause.
Oh man.
Right, and that's another good point that
somebody went to the event.
He says, can dating even be held under Christianity? Because in Christianity, like it's really not in the Bible. Dating is not in the Bible. Like you really just kind of get together with the person. Like you pretty much court, right? Because you know your end goal is marriage. But also, so that's a whole different topic in itself.
But back in the Bible, the majority of it, especially Old Testament, a lot of this stuff was just arranged also. So
it was arranged. A bride price. And
I'm all for arranged.
She asked me that the other day. She asked me, we were talking about that the other day, like a barter system. It's
not necessarily barter, but like, listen, if you know,
let me call my sister Esther,
you have a good family,
put an arrangement for me,
and you got some good kids.
What you say, Maddie?
I'm about to call Esther right now. Put an arrangement for me and give a high price, girl. High price.
Y'all, listen.
Wait, Esther gonna have to give away like 50 books. Take my sister. I'll give you 50 books for free.
High price. Let her bring a cattle.
Lord Jesus.
Next week, you guys gotta tune in next week. We have to finish this conversation. You guys are free next week. Same guest. Make sure you hit us up. Let us know next week if you're free. Kev has a weird schedule, but let me know if you're free next week. We have to do a part 2. Guys, we gotta pause it right. Man, this is getting good.
Yeah.
There's so much more stuff we have to go into, like toxic trends. The toxic trends that happen in the pool. The deal breakers, the myths.
We'll talk about it next week.
We're gonna talk more about. I gotta let them know how much we have left. So next week, make sure you guys join us. But before we go, I was gonna ask you guys. Maybe I'll make you guys do that next week and change your name to your social media handle. You know, might get a little love connection.
I mean,
somebody might slide in your DM.
All right, no little boys, okay? I'm geriatric.
But if it's the homeboy from Nigeria that stole my account, do not vote for him.
Do not go for it.
Well, I might go see him.
Guys, Maddie, Nate, Joey, and Kev will be back next week with us for part 2 of this. Before we let you guys go, we have to reveal a thing that we did. I'm gonna let you guys go backstage, okay? We have to reveal something that we did that we posted on our social media page. You guys, our third host is a community. We want to reveal to you what the result of the poll were. We are looking for a tagline for Love Talks. Almost all of these movements have a tagline. So we're looking for a tagline for what Love Talk is. And we had put a poll up on our social media platform. By the way, if you're not following us yet on social media, what are you doing? Go follow us on all things Love Talks with the Garcons, okay? But this is going to be our tagline, all right? So it's Love Talks with the Garcons,
where love speaks and we listen.
That's what we do, all right? So from now on, this is the one that won. That's the tagline that one. We had 4 that we had put up, and this is the one that won the most vote.
Yes.
About almost 60% of the vote. So from now on, whenever you see us or hear us, it's going to be where love speaks and we listen, all right? So that is our tagline. Guys, thank you so much for
hanging out
tonight
with us like the entire time. We kind of overdid it, but I feel like we were so excited to be back. The conversation was rich.
Yes.
You guys, they really offered really great
Shout
perspectives.
Out to them
and
as a young singles.
You guys, even in the comments, were sharing so many great points as well. So thank you so much. I am not gonna hold you, but like what she said, let me go to that comment where she said the event idea is great. Like, I mean,
this is a goal for us, guys.
I mean, live events where we can really kind of have uninterrupted time to really discuss these topics, because people are struggling out here. People are truly struggling out here, and my heart really goes out to them, babe. Like, so Marveline, thank you for shouting that out. It's possible. I don't know about this one though. I don't know about this one, Marveline. But thank you guys so much for joining us.
Once again, don't forget to follow us on all social media. If you go
platforms.
We are Love Talk with the Garcons on all platforms. On Instagram, it's Love Talks with the Garcons, no space. Same thing for YouTube, Love Talks with the Garcons, no space. Facebook is Love Talks with the Garcons. And we are even on TikTok. We always do this for TikTok because it's supposed to be synonymous with dances, right? So that's it for tonight. Tune in next week. Invite a friend.
Yes.
We're going to have part 2 of this. Oh, man.
And who knows? We may have other people join.
We might. So the screen might be bigger. So if you're interested, just send us an email at gcventures06@gmail to let us know that you want to be a guest. Oh, I don't know why I put the Zelle. It's supposed to be Zelle. But hey, feel free to Zelle us. the same email account. If you are blessed by this conversation for the things that we have in store, it is going to require funds. So if you want to be a blessing to us, be sure to do that. Thank you, Ketch. See, this was great.
Thank you
lives
guys
in me.
so
Great
much.
work. Thank you. And we are
what are we? We are Love Talks.
We are Love Talks.
Where love speaks and we listen. Later, y'all.
Good night.